There is another level. The only reason you keep saying there isn't is you feel so exhausted about where you are. But life, the universe, or God is just testing you because there is another level. If this is good, giant jump to excellence, giant start good, poor to good to excellence. There's a level where all your dreams are realized. There's a level that you've always dreamed about. It is real. It has not gone away. But it takes that extra burst when you think there's nothing left. There's no way. You've tried everything 10 million times and you keep going. It's almost like God is saying, if you keep hitting this wall enough times, I will see that you will not stop, that you are filled with that level of determination, faith, and courage, and then the door opens and you get to that next level. But what most people don't know is the next level is just 2 millimeters above. And it's called outstanding.
My wife always says, if you want to achieve something, you have to believe it. You need to believe it to achieve it. And Steve would believe something so passionately that, and it was, how can I say, it was educated. It was educated belief. It wasn't just this, just throw caution to the wind belief. But he was educated belief that we could do something. And that ability to get people convinced that this was the right way to go, that it was, scary and it's so unconventional, but this is the right thing. That's what made these discoveries happen, these inventions happen, because we all work together. He didn't come up with all the ideas, but he pushed us all to come together with the best ideas possible and sort and sift and put them together to make the best product. And you do have to distort reality if you want to change the reality we're living in. And people are like, they're so locked into the everyday that they forget there could be a whole nother thing that they're not seeing over here. And his job was to push us to see these other things. He saw them before we did, and he would push us to those unknown areas and go, yes, it's scary, yes, it's risky, but we're gonna go after it. We're gonna make it happen. And that is as much of a skill and as important to Steve as any of his other traits, maybe the most important.
I think it's probably more of a self-imposed rule that growing up, I always felt that I almost had to keep it together all the time, to keep a composure all the time, to have all my ducks in a line all the time. And as an actor, again, like with the note that Warren had given me about letting go, you just sometimes are naturally not going to be in control all the time. And I think once I realized that that was a rule that I was putting on myself and that I could just discard, the world like opens up. All of a sudden, these more spontaneous, magical moments can happen, whether that's in your daily life, whether that's at your job. I mean, even when in your relationship with yourself, it's something so important to know that it's okay not to have to be perfect all the time.
Dr. Howard Thurman, one of the mentors of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Albert Schweitzer and Mahatma Gandhi, he was a very brilliant writer. He wrote some things that really grabbed me. He wrote, "Deep is the hunger, the voice of the genuine, the centering moment." During the time after receiving 238 radiation seed implants, I was reflecting on his words, and these words kept me up that night. He said, the ideal situation for a man or woman to die is to have family members praying with them as they cross over. He said, but imagine, if you will, being on your deathbed and standing around your bed, the ghost of the dreams, the ideas, the abilities, the talents given to you by life, and that you, for whatever reason, you never went after that dream. You never acted on those ideas. You never used those talents. You never used those gifts. And there they are standing around your bed, looking at you with large, angry eyes, saying, we came to you, and only you could have given us life. And now we must die with you forever. And the question is, if you died today, what dreams, what ideas, what talents, what books, what music, what leadership, what voice will die with you? Miles Monroe, great orator and speaker, said the wealthiest place on the planet, it's not in the Far East where there's oil in the ground. It's not in South Africa where there are diamond mines. He said the wealthiest place on the planet is the cemetery. Because there you'll find greatness that we've never seen. There you'll find talent and genius. and potential never actualize. Perhaps that's why Henry David Thoreau wrote the words, "Oh God, to reach the point of death, only to realize that you've never lived." Maybe that's why some unknown writer wrote the words, "What if you live your whole life only to discover that it was wrong, that it was wrong, that you were chosen to do something else and you didn't do it?"